Well, Herms,
Yep.
not an easy road the last 2 weeks, but here we are finally.
Yeah.
Took off last week for those fans who missed us. Had some technical difficulties, and not because of our equipment. Seemed to have misplaced our MacBook, which is what we use to record the podcast on. So we ain't been able to find it, so I had to take my laptop. Once again, went back to Little Cha and called him up and hit him with the what's become as the Yo Cha.
If you watch this from the very beginning, Little Chow was the one that helped us a lot with everything, and then Dalton picked it right up and took it the rest of the way. Dalton, we thank you.
So Chow set me all up with all the recording necessities, the studio and all on my laptop. We were due to go off an hour ago, Herms.
Really? I didn't notice.
Everything I learned how today, I took notes, I learned how to do what Dalton does. And everything went off without a hitch, with the exception of audio. We couldn't figure out the audio. And Dalton wasn't available. Thankfully he called and he said, "Where you at?" I said, "Hudges, can't get audio." So he came around and for about 30 minutes he played with it, as you know. And he plays with it. But he got the audio going, so thank God for that. And you know what? I called it. I'm not the one who does that on the show all the time. But I'm taking the credit because I said, "Herms, go refresh our drinks and get us a shot." I'll tell them what to do. Or that was your call. But I said, "Go do it." We cheers to getting the audio going. We cheered. We done a cheers or a toast or whatever you want to call it to the audio. 2 minutes later, Dawn's like, "Let's go."
That's right.
So, D.
Low battery. It just said low battery in your.
Is that what it says?
That's exactly what it says.
Well, thank God I brought my that goes into the laptop. And that goes into the outlet.
Listen, guys.
Here's the balls. As you can see, we're still going through it. That's how long it took us to figure out the audio on this contraption. And again, because it's a whole new setup. On my laptop.
Yeah.
So I had a full charge. I've been charging it all day. But that's how long it took. And playing, as you know, doing these volumes and these apps and all that helps drain your battery, man. So.
All right, well, look, we're back again. And
What
like
do we got up there now, Harry?
I have no idea. But listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. Once again, we're not fucking scripted, so
No,
it is what you got.
Obviously, it is what you get.
But I will tell you this. I will tell you this.
Hold on. Let's not break the program.
Oh, go ahead.
Before we get rolling, I'm going to throw it at you before you say what you say.
Oh, damn.
It's been 2 weeks.
Okay.
Holla at your boy.
Ah, you little bitch. You waited 2 seconds for me to do that.
Well,
Okay.
I'm saying we got, you know what I mean? That's become our niche.
Thank God.
That's
I can
become our niche.
I can say little bitch in the air and he's not going to smack me on air because the cops will see that. So thank God.
And I'll say, I don't know what he did, but it's AI.
Yep. And I'll show him that it's really not in real life when I have a black eye.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, he banged his own head against the wall.
But anyway, now we, it's funny because every time we're like away from this, we do miss it. It's a way of, I guess it's a way of like a little reprieve for us. It's like,
we've talked about it a million times, so I don't care if it's a brand new fan or an old fan from day one. The reason I enjoy it so much, Herms, and again, we've talked about this a million times, is it's at least once a week we get together.
Oh yeah.
And we're not spring chickens. And my body's feeling that. So, I need to see my boy. So call me a bitch. You're probably right, because over the last 2 weeks, how many times have I called or texted you stressing because we couldn't find the MacBook? And what am I going to do? And I didn't have the charger cord for my laptop because somebody had it in their room who said they didn't have it until I found it 2 days ago. So,
don't want to say anything.
It's just, and everybody knows we talked about this on the air because we're open books, Herms is kind of my pincushion, I guess, if you will.
It's okay.
In my anxiety and all, since, Everybody knows the reason.
I called yesterday.
5.5.
I called yesterday for 2 reasons. Did we find out anything to get this thing started?
Yeah.
But the number one reason was to see if he's okay.
And you did.
And I always do. I always check.
Everybody knows 5.5 years ago, that arrogant, confident, cocky, dickhead, Irish mother effer.
Yeah.
Disappeared, man. And rightfully so, I guess, you know. And I am a little bitch now. I ain't even gonna lie. Don't try to fight me because I'll still fuck you up. But, you know, I just don't have it in my head no more, dude. My head spins so much and has so much London in it, aka fog. And it's days that I don't know if he senses it. I don't know what it is, but it seems like my worst days, this guy will call me. And I'll be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but it's weird shit that happens during that day. So, did another estimate that day, which was yesterday. 8 was the address.
Yesterday.
Oh, I didn't say yesterday.
No, I did.
Yeah, he says yesterday. I say yesterday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I said to Barb something about tomorrow, and she said, tomorrow? And I went, you'll talk like that. You're getting ready to move into town.
But all kidding aside, like weird shit happens with that. His son's football number was number 8.
Yeah.
And this number just comes to me like constantly.
Oh.
It's like constant. It's so freaking
He's
weird.
always sending signs, and it's not just me, Lisa, his brothers, it's to you. It's to Kenny. It's to Tyler. It's the little child. And I'll be honest with you. So, can I go?
Absolutely.
So, Friday we had a little dinner gathering for a little child and Carly.
I wasn't invited, thank you. And I was hungry Friday.
Because they're having kind of like an elopement.
Yeah.
Where it's just them. Tyler's his best man, so Tyler and Sam, and 2 of her sisters, husband, whatever. It's only a couple of hotels. It's all the way up in Massachusetts.
But at the end of the day, that's all that matters is that
100%.
you two do
100%,
what you want to
100%.
do, not what everybody else wants to do.
So Carly's mom, Jackie, that's my paranormal girl. I love her. And
I love Jackie.
And you know, obviously, she called up Denise. This is what I want to do. Give me who's coming from your side. So I guess there was about 20 of us. People from our side. We were blessed enough because John and Austin were so close that Denise and Chop, Big Chop, you know, they were like second parents to our kids. We were like second parents to their kids. You know. So we went out to dinner. Great night. Saturday, we took Chop as a bachelor party to the Phillies game.
I meant to ask you how that went, but
I was blessed enough to be asked to go because of my relationship, especially with Bill Chop. And it was a wonderful night. They lost. Yeah, that was the only game they lost out of the set.
you jinxed them.
Yeah, probably. Got a little, maybe about an hour's worth of pregame tailgating. Which we were spending, this is no shit, not to throw money, but like 130, I can't remember, 130, 135, and it was all the way up top. So Tyler and us, we had a group text one, and we decided to get standing room. Which are, you might as well call them box seats.
I think standing rooms they're the best seats.
And you're right there where the bar is at,
everything
is right there, not to mention what I liked, because I was going to kill me for a minute. Diggy, aka Kevin Dixon, he said, come on, let's go that way, take us where we want to go. I felt like we were walking a country mile. I was like, I got a flat when I was 18 on my way to Wildwood. So anywho, when we turned into the entrance you wanted to get to, literally you went through the gate and right there was standing room. I loved it. But anyway, we had a great time, dude. You know me, I'm the dickhead, and I announced it, like, after those of you who are here that don't know me, and there was only 2, I said, yeah, I'm a dick, but I'm letting everybody know right now, if I see little Chop going into his pocket for anything but a handkerchief, I'm fucking you guys up. I'm literally going to punch you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So anywho, it was a great night, and then afterwards, Big Chow ended up going home with Chelsea's boyfriend, Tyler. And they said, and I got to point to this story. They said, we want to go to the live casino.
Okay.
And I've never been. I'm not.
Was it on a Friday?
Saturday.
Oh damn. Friday's a good time.
Yeah.
They got live band. And it's all.
They have live band on Saturday too.
It's all 70s and 80s disco music.
There was a lot of 70s being played by that band on. They got like. I was watching the video.
I actually like that place.
The video place.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I told Lisa the next day we were talking about. I said,
good time, right?
I said, we can actually. I said, we should go over there one night. She said, but we don't gamble. I said,
you don't
Lisa,
even have to.
Right. I said, Lisa, I ain't gambled literally since high school. I said, although I wanted to try, I said, because it's been so long, I said, you don't need to. It's got a great restaurant, which we had dinner.
They got penny slots there.
Yeah. I said, but what I told her was, they have live bands. But getting back, I was watching, the bulletin boards, whatever you call them, they're video.
Yeah.
And I picked up when they have, it appeared to me, they have 3 bands that play there live. That's like,
yeah.
But this band was great. But so we went to dinner at the steakhouse inside.
Oh, good place.
Dude, I had a burger because it was the cheapest thing on the menu, and then he calls, yo, hold on, don't laugh. It was only $80, so.
Yeah, it's just you ate off of a plate.
I gotta say this, Herb. Hand to God, the best cheeseburger with bacon I've ever had in my life. It was so good. A, I couldn't finish it because it was about that big. And B, I cut it in half because when you get burgers like that, dude, you can't pick the whole thing up. So I cut it in half. I took it home to Lisa. She said the next day, can I have a little piece? I said, I brought that home for you. I want you to taste this. And keep it in mind, things like this don't taste as good the next day. She goes, oh my God, that was so good. I said, you should have tasted it when it came off the grill.
It's better one time. They don't understand.
But dude,
what do you think I stopped cooking?
One more $80, but it was the best.
First of all, I don't mean to cut you off, but one of my pet peeves in my house is they're like, yes, how come you don't cook so much anymore? Okay, first of all, when you cook, right, what do you want people to do? Eat when it's what?
When it's ready.
Okay, you know what they do? If you cook a steak, right, and you let it sit, what happens after?
I don't care if
it gets hard.
Like, I think when you get the hammer steaks, them big ass hammer steaks, it's probably the best cut you can get. My opinion.
Wow.
If you eat that the next day, it's amazing. But it ain't as good as when it came out on your plate.
No.
Because like you said, depending on the cut, it gets hard. It doesn't taste as good reheated. If it's not so good of a cut, it gets rubbery. You know.
I will say this, the only thing, okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's always good.
I'm partial to this because, my mom was Italian, my grandmother was, they were all Italian, Irish and German, but slightly. But spaghetti is always good the next day. No matter what, it's the best the next day.
8 times out of 10 better than when you cooked it.
And guess what? The third day's even better than that. I think because it sucks up the sauce.
Yes.
And it's just fucking.
And then
oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, Mom. Gravy. Yeah. But I used to piss you off on purpose. Yeah. I used to say sausage. Johnny!
So I would have debated that.
Johnny, it's not. Yeah. I said, Mom, gravy's brown.
And you know how I like it even better? Not so much as a leftover, but don't heat it in a convection. Don't heat it in the microwave. Put it in a frying pan with butter.
Well, come on, boy.
Dude,
talk to you.
Come on. Look at us, people. We know.
We didn't get like this overnight.
So anyway, let me finish my child story. Yeah. So we're sitting at dinner. This before all them guys went out to gamble. Me and Tyler didn't gamble. I was this close to playing penny slots. But anyhow, so we're sitting there and we're all talking. Tyler's Charlie's best man. So they were talking and then we were talking and talking. So we had a moment after we ordered. In child terms, and he goes, without getting real detailed in there, you don't know how much I appreciate you staying. I said, come on, John. I've known you since you were a little kid. You're like my son. I said, because we were talking to somebody else. I said, it's not my son, but guess what? He's my son.
Could have brought me as a guest, Hammer. Yeah. But no, I'm anything.
Blame Tyler Kern. T. Kern should have invited Herms.
No, I wish. Listen, I got much love for Joey and his whole family, and I wish them nothing but luck in everything they do.
Oh.
And you know what? It's not about us. It's about what they.
I must have said that 15 times that day, from the time we met up.
We don't. See,
it's not about us.
I
was blessed to be invited.
So hold on. We don't.
9 times out of 10 anymore, dads, uncles,
yes,
guys our age don't get invited to bachelor parties.
Well, hold on. Guess what? So my daughter's getting married in December.
Who?
Mackenzie.
You didn't tell me this.
Okay, I'm telling you now. Telling you. Yeah, but guess what?
This is our last podcast, people. I don't want to say anything.
But what I'm trying to say is, they don't. Not everybody has the funds to invite everybody in the world.
Yes.
So we don't catch feelings. I don't anyway.
No.
I don't at all.
No.
It's about what they want, and it's more about they're inviting more friends than they are family.
It's about
this.
It's about this, though.
But guess what? Yes.
It's about the heart and what they want as a couple, right?
Yes.
And I think right now I'm living proof.
Yes, you are.
Right?
Yes.
You know what I mean. I'm not going to talk about that. But yeah. So anyway, so he tells me. He said, "I said, Chuck, come on, He's like, you know how much I love you, and he said, and also he says, but I had a dream yesterday, the night before, but when he woke up the day before. I said, was it a good one? He says, that Austin and Eddie Coleman. Eddie Coleman, for those who don't know, also passed at a young age, about a year or two before Austin. And Eddie Coleman, Little Cha, and Austin, with 2 other people. One was there, Ed Giro, and Abby Moran. And I'm sorry if you guys didn't like me bringing up your name on air, but they were the original group. I got pictures of them as little kids. They were the original group, skateboarding, getting into trouble, doing all that. It was the boys and Abby. That's why Abby will fuck you up in a minute. But anywho, so...
Yeah, but that's a true Costa girl. I love it.
Love.
I love that.
And she's Abigail. so anywho, he says, I was dreaming of Eddie Coleman and Austin. And he said, one bad dream. He says, it was actually a good dream, but I woke up the next day and it fucked me up mentally all day. He says, I just was out of sorts. He said, Carly, in fact, and this is him and I sitting at this, one of them big round booths. And he said, Carly, he said, are you okay? And he's like, I'm just having one of my days. And he said, I believe, this is little child, I believe that was a sign. And child, I do apologize, I love you, and I didn't ask you, but I apologize if, I don't want you mad at me for bringing this up on air, but you don't know how much my heart cried. So, he said, I just told her, I said, I'm having one of my days, this and that. He says, but to me, that was Austin saying, thank you for bringing my dad.
Heck yeah.
And he's there for you.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I'm sitting here with you in the restaurant, we're going to go gamble. Dude, we didn't eat that live till I think 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. And he's playing, me and Tyler, T-Kern, stood with Chowie the entire night while he played Texas Hold'em.
Okay.
And just watching him, enjoying it, whatever. And he just kept saying, thank you for coming, thank you for staying with me, thank you for hanging. I said, it was your night, I was not leaving you. You know what I mean? And
that's what true friends do.
And that's what I said though.
Not even true friends, but family.
You took my words. I said, child, not only are we family, I love you as a son. I told you that a million times over the years. And I could tell you wanted me to stay because I would have went home if I felt you were, or the rest of the guys did.
That's right.
I said, but you wanted me to stay. I said, and I felt that. He says, yeah. He looked me in the eye and he says, but I'm telling you what it means to me that you're sitting right here after the Phillies game and we're all 30-year-olds. I said, it's just as special to me. And he gave me a big hug. And man, I'm telling you, Herms, the way that made me feel, especially when he said he dreamt about Eddie in Austin, and he took it as a sign that my dad's going to be there with you no matter what. And it made him feel good. And I was like,
and listen, that's all that matters.
and we talked about that a little bit today. But my point is, like we just were saying, it's not rare, but it's not often kids today have a bachelor party where they're bringing the old folk. No matter how close they are. Like if they have a dad who's literally their best buddy, let alone dad, they don't go.
And if they do bring them, they cut them loose a little early.
Yeah, hey dad.
Yo, it's
Hey dad, hey Uncle George.
X-nay on the stay.
Yeah, we're going to go here. Appreciate you coming type deal, letting you down easy. But because I was going to go home with Big Child and Chelsea's boyfriend Tyler, and Charlie looked at me and goes, "You're not leaving, right?" And I just looked at Ed Jarrell because Tyler drove Charlie and Carly's family. Okay. The two guys, right? Two good guys. So Tyler ain't got a big car. He's got a hatchback, in fact.
Like we didn't drive in a hatchback before.
Matter of fact, my vet got brought up. Shit, that, by the way. It got brought up. We were telling stories. But anywho, so it was.
Wimper brought it up.
It was so great. Such a good time. I'm telling you, my heart was full the entire next day talking about it, thinking of it. And then when I was down there today, getting all this loaded on my laptop, we were talking about it for a little bit. And I said to him at one point, "So did you have a good time, just me and you?" And he says, "I had a blast." And he says, "Again, I'm so happy you stayed." And I said, "I told you, man, we ain't got to talk about that again." I said, "It was my pleasure. I was blessed." And Carly, she had a day off. She's a nurse. And she had sat down at the table with us for a little bit. And she said,
"Carly, such a great girl."
Oh my God.
Freaking love her.
And I'll give you a quick story.
I knew Carly for a long time.
Oh yeah. Well, we knew Jackie.
Yeah.
So, but anywho, she says, "No, he was happy that you stayed."
Okay.
But yeah, Carly, I told Child this that night at the field game. Somehow we got on it, and I said, "I knew Carly was the right choice for you when Lisa had her surgery after her stroke, and it was in Cooper. And Carly was in Cooper, and she worked on the heart floor. She knew I was downstairs sitting in Starbucks working on my laptop. I was, working remote.
Yeah.
She came down and sat with me for like an hour.
Oh, nice.
And I said, "Child, when she did that, I'd like to report." I said, "That's when I knew she was now family and I loved her." And Child's like, "Yeah, she's good. She's good." In fact, I was breaking his balls. Again, Chelsea and Child, I'm sorry if I'm putting it out there. You know my saying with having a grandchild, right? I don't have a grandchild yet. And I always say a joke that by the time I have grandchildren, they'll be changing my diapers instead of me changing theirs. So, little Child and Chelsea's always told their mom and dad they don't want kids. So I said to Child, I said, "What are we doing?" I said, I'm going to, what do they call that? Not the devil.
Surrogate?
No, not the devil in the room. The elephant in the room. I said, I'm throwing out the elephant in the room, Child. I said, "You having kids?" Looked me again dead in the eye. He says, "I know what I used to say." He says, "But we're going to have kids. She's the one. I know she's one." He says, "And the reason I always said that, I didn't think I'd find the one who captured my heart like Carly did." He says, "Dobes, she's the one."
There you go.
So he's having kids, so woohoo!
That's good.
But yeah.
But staying on the young kid thing, and I hate to toot my own horn, but my son Johnny, right?
I love him. Oh,
I just want you to know, I want him to know how proud I am of him right now. So can I tell you right now? No, you don't know half of it.
Oh, I don't, but I know.
I'm going to tell you the story.
That fucking kid's amazing.
So real quick, he just tells me, right? He goes, "Dad, he just sold his house."
Wait, his brand new house?
No, he sold his house in Gibbstown.
Okay.
And then he moved to to Franklin, right? And he's out there now. He made a little bit of money, but it ain't like a lot. So he was telling me, I said, "He keeps on buying stuff." I'm like, "John, what the hell did you do? It fucking big sex."
Yeah.
He's like, "Dad, I'm young enough to rebound. You taught me that. I said, wow. I did say that.
Well, we go to teach them.
Because you do it when you're young.
Yeah.
So hold on. And listen, if you feel in your heart like it's time to do it, you do it. He goes, Dad.
No regrets.
No. So you know what he did? I'm sorry for putting his business out there.
What, out and bought all that heavy equipment?
So he first bought an excavator, right?
Yeah.
And he said, Dad, I don't know nothing about it, but I'm going to start clearing land. And I said, all right. Well, let me back up a little bit. So Johnny was hit by the roadside. And
Back up, I'm moonwalking.
yeah. So my son was hit with a roadside when he was in Afghanistan. He was in some trouble, mentally, physically,
Yeah, I remember.
and medically. Very bad. Like he was pretty bad. He was in
Dire straits.
He really was really bad. So anyway.
And I say that because I know.
Yeah, and all kidding aside, a lot of people don't know that. Now, look, I try not to put his business out there.
Yeah.
But one of the things I am going to put out there is the fact that the kid, he didn't get what you got to move a little closer.
Okay.
He didn't get
I'll be back.
everything that he needs in life. Like they did give him a retirement, right? But they gave him 90%. What
Which
do you
is
understand?
bullshit.
Yeah, which is bullshit. And he could still work. He could still work. So what he does now is that after he sold his house, he bought this excavator for $51,000.
Yeah.
And I said, what in the flying, as a father.
Yeah. You want to make sure it's okay,
I said,
shooting himself in the foot.
so he got done telling me, Dad, I just paid off all my bills that were, and I only got a little bit left, and now I'm getting a loan. I'm getting a $51,000 excavator, and I'm going to start clearing land. I said, what? So hold on.
I apologize for not looking at you, but
No, looking at you, you're out of the picture.
That's okay.
Oh, okay.
You don't know I'm here. Hey, you're my big man.
Yeah, so anyway, he also got now he just bought a skid steer.
Yeah.
With all kind of attachments.
Hey.
That was only $121,000 that he took a loan for that. And now he's getting...
For a skid steer?
Oh, yeah.
So he went and got a brand new one with all the deluxe models.
Oh, plus he has the, it's called a mulcher.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, all deluxe. He's got everything, he can mow his lawn with that
So
skid
now
steer.
I have to pick him up today from Maple Shady.
I've been seeing all the shit he's getting.
He said, Dad,
every new video he posts because I share it.
He said, Dad, I need a ride home. Can you pick me up? I said, where you at? He goes, Maple Shade. I live in Woodstown. I said, yeah, John, it's right around the corner.
Why you call me? You know I was off.
It's okay. So I picked him up. And I drove him home. And on the way home, he goes, Dad, by the way, I'm getting a truck. I'm going to get it wrapped. And I said, what are you doing money-wise? I said, he goes, I'm going for it. So, by the way, he's fucking killing it. He's killing it. When I tell you he's killing it.
And I know you have, so this is rhetorical. Have you seen the property that he's cleared?
Yeah, so hold on.
It ain't a 2-acre lot, dude.
So hold on. This kid knew nothing about this shit. And I'm sorry to put that out there, but you did. And
well, he admitted.
So he hired. So listen, he hired a kid that.
I didn't want a job, Johnny.
So listen, he hired a kid that he actually taught in school.
Oh, no kidding.
And the kids are farmers / whose kids can do anything.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Their families can do anything. So
100%. I'll be honest with you, when learning to drive those the bulldozers, the front end loaders, and all that, I learned all of that from hanging out with Troy all those years on the farm.
Yes. So listen to this. This kid says, listen, I just want X amount of money. And Johnny goes, oh, that works, no problem. Johnny half the time don't get out of his truck.
I'll take that same money, John.
So all he does is Johnny would go sell, and this kid goes from job to job. So today,
I won't butt heads with him. Herms.
So anyway,
And I'll bring you coffee.
yeah, don't worry about this. So anyway, yeah, exactly. Uncle. So today, I said, John, all kidding aside, how are you you're gonna keep these things fucking going because you're gonna pay for these fucking things. He said, Dad. He goes, last month I made 70 grand. I said, what?
Clear.
After he paid his kid.
Paid his kids, paid whatever.
And then today, $4,000 job, $2,000 job, paid his workers $700. The rest is this. I said, all right.
If he's banking that type of money, don't worry about your boy.
That's what I said.
He's smarter than you.
So that he is, and that's what I'm saying. This was like a feel-good story. I want to say how proud I am of my son.
Yes.
And he's not scared to make that step.
And that's a good thing. You know what?
I wish
That's that military training.
Hold on, no. There's a point I'm trying to make here. When
You can lead a horse to
so
work, but
me-
the pencil must be led.
No, me and Gwen, when we first got married, I worked in a printing company. She worked there as well. So I had accounts like I was doing customers.
You both always had ink on your ass.
Shut up, asshole. You get a bullseye on yours.
What?
So anyway,
Got tattoos his mom.
so listen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So my accounts were I would do the legwork for the salesman. I had Scott Paper, Nabisco, Campbell Soup. We had some big accounts, big food accounts.
And a big head bird.
So hold on, the guy next to me, he did Smith Klein Beecham, right? He did all the ad work for pharmaceutical. So with that being said, he says to me, John, they're offering us stock options at a discounted rate because we do all the printing.
You know he's here, right?
Yeah, I see
You see the light blinking on?
Yeah, it did. So anyway, with that being said, he tells me, if you have like $2,500, $5,000, put it in this stock. It's called Lipitor. It lowers cholesterol.
Just want to say I'm on
Yeah, okay, hold on. And I asked my wife, but I understand why she said no because we had at the time we had our 2 kids, not even Kirsten. Kirsten wasn't there yet. And then we got 3 kids, my nieces. So we went from 2 to 5 overnight. I had my house built. I told Gwen to go, she could go to college and become a teacher. And here's me, I was the purchasing agent. I became a purchasing agent. I was waiting for this one position forever. As soon as I got it, 3 months later, it closed down. But I told her, I asked her, how about if we do $2,500 into that stock? She says no.
Because she was scared.
Which you can't play with scared money, and I totally understand why we did that. So I said, how about $1,000? So I said, how about $1,000? No, we ain't doing this thing.
We can't take the chance.
But guess what? That guy that was
Millionaire?
he lives on the side of Hilton Head.
I don't know.
The professional golf course, okay, in North Carolina. And also, he bought our company. He bought our company back. Hold on. No, he didn't. He didn't do that. He kept me for 3 months, and then another company from Chicago bought it out. He couldn't turn it down because they offered him quadruple of what he bought the company for.
Oh shit.
So with that being said, that guy's a quadrillionaire, and I'm proud of him. But in the same sense, there's my son. He's
Taking those shots.
He's taking those shots. And that's what I'm trying to, that was my point. My point is this. If you guys are listening out there, go for your dreams.
Yeah.
If you are young and if you can envision it, it can happen. There's Johnny. Here's Johnny.
Yeah.
This kid don't know shit. He didn't know shit.
My older
I
Jack.
didn't even think he could spell dirt, let alone pick it.
I had a quandary, if you will,
Yeah.
between jobs. One I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
One I didn't think I would ever be doing. This is when I'm young, 19.
Mm-hmm.
But there was an opportunity to make a ton of money. I would love the other job more. And like this job. I didn't know if I'd be happy long term.
Right.
And I have said this ever since I started having kids, especially when they all play basketball. And don't retire. Also. My Uncle Jack, God rest his soul, Uncle Jack and Frank.
I worked with Uncle Jack, by the way.
He always said to me, shoot or shoot. Shoot or shoot. So I shot. It worked out. But I picked up that saying. Like there was a young kid on Dalton's junior high team, and if anybody knows that junior high team, Samir, Nate Kidd, Dalton, guys like that, they won championships back to back. Junior high, I mean we did 8th grade. And this one kid, Stevenson, skinny kid, wasn't great, really didn't play good defense, couldn't dribble too much. But he was Steph Curry from 3. But he didn't have his confidence because he didn't start, he didn't get the credit, the coach really didn't like him, he was poor. So I got a little close to him, like I did with all, with all 3 of my boys and their friends, especially like we did in school, the Garibaldi's.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he got the game, I would just start screaming, shoot, shoot! To give him that confidence, and he would start banging. Now the coach can't take him, especially if it's the right thing. Can't do it. But I got that from Uncle Jackie Brown. And it's the same in life. Johnny's a shooter, bro.
Winner, I always tell my son, winners want the ball, dude. Winners
little Johnny.
And it's the same concept. Same concept.
Oh, 100%.
It's just a different.
It means the same but different.
It's a twist of the tongue.
Yeah. But shooters shoot, bro.
And winners want the ball.
And so they said back when I was in school, that's all I did. But I don't know. I didn't think I was a.
I mean, like Dobes are wide open. He goes, "Hey, where we going tonight?"
Yeah. That's really not true. Because I led the team in rebounds, points, assists, plus I was the only one, if you remember, in varsity 4 years. Well, for 3 of those 4 years, that led the entire team in plus-minus ratio.
I know he didn't play JV ball, but I played JV ball. So when I played JV ball, just to let you know, I was point guard, and I led the team in rebounds.
All 5'10" of you.
I did.
You might have been 5'8" in school. Because I was only 5'11" until I turned
I was about 5 foot, 5'9".
48-inch vert.
What?
Listen,
Dominique who?
Yo, let's talk about the beard. As white as it is. Should I keep growing it?
Why not?
Yeah.
Papa Smurf.
He said, you ain't gonna shave because you know me, usually I'll shave and just go to my goatee. I said, fuck it, I shave. Who am I impressing? Herms is going to kiss me regardless.
I will, but you know what the issue is with me growing a beard?
Issue?
I said the issue.
Oh, I thought you said issue because I was going to say you got my shoes.
So hold on. I heard you snort, you know, bastard. I grow like a billy goat. Like I come out here,
yeah,
skip here,
yeah,
come out here, and my ears I can French braid them.
Herm, no lie, up until probably 2 months ago.
Just say.
Yeah. I was the same way, but that's why I decided not to shave because my beard's finally coming in full.
Like, so what are you saying? Is it let it go?
Keep going. Let it go. Listen, this is God's honest truth. And he shall tell you.
Get back in a day picture.
I didn't even need to shave. Not once or twice. I didn't need to shave till I was about 28.
So you had the same thing. I had 6 hairs on my leg. I had 6 hairs.
The only time I have hair on, she won't appreciate it if I say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hey, we're going to wrap it up soon, but I want to talk about a couple things.
I do too, again.
I want to talk about, and everybody knows how big of a hockey and soccer fan I am. The World Cup is in town.
Dude,
you feel good about that?
Hold on. We have that. The All-Star game.
250.
250, and you know what else you're missing? The Major League Baseball draft is in Philly.
And the midget porn convention.
I forgot about that.
Yes.
But that's little Libby now.
That's little Libby now. But yeah, we got the World Cup starting now. I'm so excited. I'll be honest. I'm excited for the 250th celebration, bro.
Who are you telling?
I seriously am. Like, I am hyped for that.
Look, I am I am fucking. I'm all about.
You're doing tattoos?
I'm all about. No, I'm all about our country.
Yeah.
I'm all about our flag.
Yeah. You're a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Like my wife is. My wife's country, and no, she's not country.
I was country for country was cool.
Actually, she's rock and roll. I'm disco. I don't give a fuck. I like disco.
I was country for country was cool. I'm gonna be honest with you.
If people say disco sucks, I don't give a fuck.
FIFA? Why did FIFA say that?
They could have.
Yes.
I don't care.
Yeah, but I'm pumped for that, Herms.
But I do gotta mention something that.
Go ahead, please.
This is huge to me.
Please.
Please, if you've got blue lights, put them on, and put a baseball bat in front of your house.
Right, good.
And
let's celebrate this, unlike things we've done over the last 25, 30
Xavier,
years. Let's celebrate as Americans.
What I'm saying is Xavier. The kid,
McDaniel?
no, the kid to get hit with the baseball. Xavier, put your baseball bat and your blue lights in front of your house.
Yeah, that was sad, right?
It's very sad, but guess what? As soon as we put our baseball bat in front of our house, they got good news. So I'm going to keep on continuing to do that.
What was the good news?
They just said something was going good.
He's taking good strides.
He's taking.
Oh, I thought he was wrapped up.
No, I'm not saying that.
Like the kid in Wildwood.
I'm not saying that. Oh, I heard about that.
They just found his
Oh,
along the Wildwood beaches.
very
How the hell
sad.
do you? I'm thinking he went way out with the tide. That's why they hadn't located into yesterday, I think. And he came back in with the tide.
So-
that is a shame. And that brings back to me, and I'm only going to say this statement on it. That brings back to me.
Mm-hmm.
They were looking for the guy who drowned in the Delaware a week ago. Did you hear about that? They were out in 2 boats.
Yes, I actually.
Everybody jumped in.
Yeah.
They swam a distance from the boat. He got worn out. He looked at his friend. He said, "I can't do it anymore. I love you." And he went under. And I said to Lisa,
That's rough.
because they were searching, because they were recovering.
That guy's dead. That other guy's dead too.
But, oh yeah, in his heart he's dead, because he made it back to the boat. But I said to her, I said, it would be sad and it would be nice if they recovered someone else looking for this. But like I said, I don't want to talk too much on that. I get choked up.
I don't either. But they're the kind of things I wanted to talk about and just give shout outs to some people. Pudges here for letting us have it.
Barbara Mike, amazing. Bishop here tomorrow for lunch.
Yes.
I think they got Memorial or one of the clubs here tonight.
Yeah, so we don't know how the audio is going to sound on our new sounds.
It sounded great on testing.
But I will tell you this right now: if you do hear people, it's because there's a function going on here.
We're here Thursday night this week as we were 2 weeks ago, because of the MacBook issue. We postponed Harry Thomas, the big ticket. Hopefully we'll have him, Eddie Malone, and Jason McDonald, J-Mac.
Yeah.
The little group from back then. But Harry will at least be back next Thursday. We're hoping to get the other two because it's at nighttime, and hopefully their kids' games and all will be done. So yeah, we moved it from Sundays.
And going back a little bit, not to cut him off, but going back a little bit, we had Lesbo on there. Lesbo, and we're going to bring another special guest with us too. And Duke. So listen, you guys are in for a treat when you meet Duke. I'm just going to say Duke.
Duke is more like him and I, athletes who are funny, who like to break balls.
But guess what? These two together are very knowledgeable, and it's going to be fun. So listen.
So we got that.
What else you got?
We got all the parades coming up in town and whatnot, especially with the 250, right? I still have a lot of crafts for sale. We got the Dobes Scholarship football portion for the scholarship.
Did you narrow down the date yet?
She has a date, got approved by the school board a week or so ago, so that'll start getting posted on the Austin G. Doberman Scholarship Fund Facebook page, as well as us talking about it. So that's coming up. The beef and beer type portion and what would we call that? With the outside, we're going to Lilo's and Nikki Stewart and all have.
Oh, all the sponsorships and all that stuff.
Well, I'm saying they're going to have all basket,
and
all
all the
that
basket auction.
Craft people. That's in October. We decided to split it this year.
Oh, we're going to have a Chinese auction in October?
Yeah. So it's just a football game.
Okay, that's fine.
In August.
And that's cool.
Yeah, well, because it's such a long day, as you and I know.
Oh man, that's a real long.
You know what I mean? So we decided to try splitting it up a little bit.
Okay, that makes sense.
And with that said, this year we presented our first female student athlete.
You want to announce both of those names?
Yeah, who entered the essay for the Austin Fund, the Austin Scholarship Fund, and a boy. So last year we started giving it to two. This year it's a male and a female. So Emily Dick, outstanding student athlete.
Congratulations.
2 years in a row. Oh my God. As a pitcher, let me tell you something, Steve Roach, you stink compared to your sister. I told Allison, she's a rebirth for you, but 10 times better. But don't beat me up, Allison. And then we had William Rogers, grandkids to, or the one and only Haji and Kelly Kogle.
All round.
Great kid.
The kid's a hustle. He hustles.
Oh, yeah.
He puts his whole heart into everything, and I'm proud.
Yeah, and so as you know, we get the essays, and their names are not whited out, but like taped out. So we read the essays, and then we pick our favorite ones. We decide, and then we see who it is.
Yeah.
And when we pulled the tape, right, we pulled the curtain aside to see the wizard, seen who it was, and I said, you know what? But
that's the way you should go, though.
100%. Emily's essay was outstanding for the first female recipient. But the Rogers boy, not only is he a good athlete, he's going on to college at Eastern.
He's a scholar as well.
Playing football. The kid's just an athlete. But his essay really hit home because, and I'm ad-libbing, I'm not quoting, since he was a young player in midgets, Vinny Boom Boom Chach, Josh, all them guys used to tell him about Austin. This is what Austin, so he's had Austin in his heart and his thoughts for a long time, not just in high school. And he worded all that in his essay. So, you know, kind of like paraphrasing at the end, but I know what it's like to be Lionheart because I feel like he's been with me a long time.
There you go.
I was like, bango.
Yeah,
so, congratulations to the family. Kelly reached out privately to me, and, you know, she knows that if Haji wasn't in the picture, I should have beat him up a long time ago. But anywho, but congratulations to those families, to those kids. They're going to go on to do great things. Yes. I want to say that Emily's going to the college.
William Patterson.
Patterson?
William Patterson.
Yeah, so.
And we wish you much luck.
And Lisa and I intended on going to our first one. But with family stuff, you know, going on, we couldn't make it. So she reached out and sent Sean a letter from us.
Okay.
And asked him to read it. He said, absolutely. He read it. Steve Massaro, before he found out his sister won, texted, he says, Sean just read your letter about the scholarship. And he says, brought a tear to me. And then his sister gets picked. So, but it was a great time. As always, the Gormans, I love them to death. Shawnee especially, he has stood by us, stood with us every step of the way from the time we found out to today. I can go on and on.
Oh,
love you guys.
Before I forget too, for retirement, Pat Hagen.
Pat Hagen's retiring finally, cousin.
Yeah, but hold on. That's a Lionheart right there.
Yeah,
that is the true definition of Lionheart.
He
does not miss anything from Gloucester. Nothing.
He's like a.
And you know what? Your sister ain't too bad looking at.
Talking about my cousins. He's
sorry, Michelle.
He's
I'm not sorry.
He's a Pat Ward.
Actually, think you're.
They're just Gloucester thrown through. My cousin, I think she's hot. He would. Yeah, listen. It's a good show. Harry Thomas next week, recorded Thursday night at 7.
That's right.
Next Friday night, back by popular demand, we were being hounded by Mike here at Pudges. They want us back to what do they call DJing? What do you call it?
It's called karaoke.
Yeah, but what do they call it?
We're MCing.
MCing karaoke again here at Pudges. And
we had a great time.
It's only 6 to 9. Last time, we ended up going to 11.
Yo, did you hear what I said? Did you hear what he said? 6, 9. I'm just writing down.
Wait, no, 6-7. Hey, anyway, great show. Come see us next Friday night, karaoke. Tune in for the release after next Thursday night.
Share, like, subscribe.
With the big ticket. Hit all them buttons. And remember, you're loved and you're appreciated.
West side, baby, west side. All right, I gotta go reach over here now.
Yeah, her's gotta hit stop.
I don't even know how to do it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's on it. It's on it. The blue.
I don't see it.
No, to the right. You were just on it with the, yeah.
It's a